Alright, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. It is day 46 and Alhamdulillah so far. I didn't DM people yet. This is me first time going to school after 1 week of not going to school. I think it's been 1 week or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to school today, and while I was making my breakfast, it's 8 a.m. right now while I'm recording this video, and people are looking at me as a freak. Okay, whatever, I'm gonna record it quickly and I'm gonna stop feeling like a freak because when people look at you like with the phone and just like okay, whatever. So I got second call with my first client, and it was really cool. Okay, what the guy was saying is that we already had a website. The thing with this website is that it sucks. There's a lot of things which we wanted to change in there. So if we can change just a couple of things which we would like to change in the same website. We don't have a budget of $1,000 yet to order a new website totally from like scratch. So I said to him, bro, you are my first client, you are the first guy which replied to me and the first guy who get on a call with me. Even if you would like to ask me for a free website from like totally from scratch, I would like to make it with a big joy of mine, and I genuinely think about that, like just the first client, and I'm more than okay to do a website for this guy for free. And I was okay, and I said to him, I'm okay. And what he said then he said, if we are gonna just look, let's try to first fix this website. If we cannot make it look good enough as we would like it to look and like all this stuff, then we're gonna order a like website from total scratch on JavaScript from you. So I believe my English is not very well, and I believe what I understood from his words is that if we are gonna just remake this website, just fix a couple of issues with it in the same WordPress template, we can do it for free. But if we are gonna so the conclusion is that if we are gonna make website from scratch on JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and all this stuff, okay, we're gonna pay you, 1K, no problem. I think it's gonna be no problem for them. But if we are making, if we are not making website from scratch, if we are using what we have and just fixing the errors and issues with this website which we have, can do it for free. And you know what? I'm okay with, no matter what. Like, the only issue is that the website which they currently have is on WordPress, and I don't know how to work with WordPress. I never have done that. That's why, let's see. People looking at me as a freak, but I have a lot of content to share, even if my hands are freezing, bro. It's like, I don't know, like -2 degrees Celsius. So cold, bro. Okay, whatever. Looks like let's take a time. Let's take time. I will first try to do website for this guy on WordPress. I'm gonna ask him the things which he would like to change. I think like 10, maybe less than 10 things, inshallah. A couple of things which he would like to change, like change the links to the Instagram and all this stuff. They're boring, but I believe the important things, inshallah. Okay, and after that Let's see what will happen. If he will order a website from scratch, then we're gonna make money. And I mean, after making money, I will need to spend a little bit of this money on a graphic designer to make a design of this website so I can code it. And yeah, let me just quickly capture my current place where I'm studying. It's my high school, bro. Looks like a kindergarten, I get it, but this is my school. Yeah, there it is. And here we are. Under the comment section of my previous video, somebody said, is it, cut video? It's just a short video. Why? Okay. And I mean, I think you guys just get used to me filming a like freaking 20 minutes, 30 minutes, even sometimes 1 hour long videos, which is, cool, because I can document way more in 20 minutes than in 5 minutes, which is obvious, right? Okay, the number one thing which happened today is me having a nice call with that guy. It was my first client. If you didn't watch the video of me talking to my first ever client, go ahead and watch it. There is nothing very impressive. It's just me being authentic and listening to the person, listening to what he's saying. Yeah, the number one lesson which I learned from this marketing and sales is that usually we try to, how to say that, make people buy something. I mean, I get it, people always have money, and this is just depends on what they want to spend their money on. This is, I get it, but if they don't want to spend money on something like that, if their food, accommodation, if their electricity bills are more important than the stuff which you're selling, it's just not gonna work for them. And it is obvious because it doesn't work for you. If I would have sold to you something which is such a cool thing, would you like put it somewhere higher than your health or your let's say you are ill and sick, but I'm selling you a perfume which is so cool, bro. It's just Chanel or whatever, you get it, you name it. And I'm selling you this stuff when you're ill. You love it. You love the product. You love the price. You love me. You love everything about this company which I'm selling from, and I'm selling it to you. And I'm just such an authentic, such a nice guy. But your drugs, the hospital fees which you're paying are more important. So don't try to sell. Listen. If they need the product, if they need your service, and if you're doing it good, and if you're listening to the people, and if you're nice to people, they're gonna buy it. Be yourself. Don't try to be a super high efficient sales guy like Jordan Belfort or like Grant Cardone. I'm not saying that these people are bad people or anything. Just at the very beginning, most of you guys out there are very young. There's nothing wrong with that. But trying to be like these people who are at their 20s, at their 30s, at their 40s, and that is how they got to the level when they can sell something similar. You are putting the perfection over the quantity. They have done millions of deals so they can get to the point where they can mix the quantity and quality together. They can sell more and they can sell for high price. But you guys out there, you barely have any clients out there. You barely have any name. You barely make any money. You barely own your food. You barely sustaining for yourself. You barely making $1,000. I'm not making $1,000 yet. So putting quality over quantity is not something which I would recommend to you. First, and how you are gonna achieve quantity. If you're gonna do as much volume as you can, this is first. And second, when you're gonna get on a call with clients, what you're gonna do is you're gonna listen to them and don't try to sell. Listen, brother. If someone needs a web designer, if someone needs a short form video editor, and if you are out there and you're like, I know how to edit videos, I know how to make websites, If you need me, this is my price, a month or once. You can, you get it. Here I am. You see my portfolio, you know my rates, and if you need it, I can do it for you. But yeah, that's all the logic of the sales process which I have at the current moment. And guess what? It is working for me, alhamdulillah. And I believe that it is gonna work for you also, because the difference between you and I is very small, except maybe my native language may be different, but you have the same access to the internet as I have. Maybe the device from which we are getting to the internet is different, but who cares? In the end, when I'm on a Zoom meeting with you, I can see your freaking iPhone 15 Pro or your MacBook Air or MacBook Pro. No one cares, right? Okay. Let's get to the actual sauce of the video, which is how much money we made, how much money we're gonna make, what's the plan for today. I mean, the plan is basically never changed. Number one thing which you guys out there probably struggling with, the problem which I had before when I started my first agency when I was 15 years old. And if I wouldn't quit at my that agency, I'm 17 right now, in 2 years or even 3 years, I'm gonna turn 18 this year, and when I'm gonna turn 18, technically it's gonna be 3 years of running that business. And can you imagine what I could have achieved if I wouldn't quit that business? 3 freaking years, over 1,000 days of DMing people, of texting people, of letting know people that I'm a graphic designer. I mean, when I was 15, I was doing a graphic design business. But some of you are doing graphic design business, and there's nothing wrong with that. And what I want to say, don't quit. Oh my god, bro, I don't know how to emphasize on it, because you and I, there is no mentors, there is no people who are going to show us guidance except all these internet gurus. There is no person who is genuinely wants you to succeed, succeed, except your parents, maybe, and they're kind of why don't you get a job kind of people. Except God, most of you guys out there, and I am not exception, we don't have anyone to root for us. That's why. And the thing is that it's unfortunate, but I gotta be clear with you, I don't really care also. I'm just the guy who's recording these videos. If I would have put you on the first place and me on a second, I would have quit making these videos and these vlogs on day 8 or 9, when I was getting 10 views or 20 views per video. Right now it's getting way better, alhamdulillah. I mean, in 2 days we're getting like 100, 200, 300 views. Some of my videos are popping up 2,000, 1,000 views, which is cool. We got over 1,000 subscribers, which is cool, alhamdulillah. What I wanted to say, yeah, first of all, don't quit. Second, when you are in this beginning of your journey, even 3 years, still, I would have recommended my younger self to be authentic, to be clear, to not try to sneak, to not try to use some kind of super techniques to sell to people, because they need the services anyway. And you are here, if you know how to do shit, and if you are doing it correct, and if you're a nice guy, if you're talking to people nice way, you're not arrogant idiot, they will choose you, because you are already there in front of them on a meeting, and you know how to do the thing which you are promising them, and they are already there. Because think about it, to search for somebody else, it will take them time also, but they're already in a meeting with you out there. And if you know how to do things which you're promising them to do, at least well enough, so they can be satisfied, at least like, you know, B or C level, I believe that they will choose you unless there's some kind of radical change in their mindset. That's why don't try to sneak, don't try to sell all these, you know, races, and yeah, be yourself. Okay. I first time since last week going to school. I wasted a lot of time. 3 classes, each of them 40 minutes, about 40 minutes. I wasted about 2 or 3 hours, and I wasted about 30 or 40 minutes on the way there and on the way back. So it's about 1 hour, so it's about 4 hours wasted time. Yeah, tough. You can screenshot the things which I have planned to do for today. Yeah, and there's very interesting thing. You know, sooner or later, if you are gonna keep doing these correct things which you are doing, DMing people every day, doing push-ups every day, training every day, making vlogs every day, you will have money, inshallah. You will have money to spend, inshallah. And the thing is that as soon as you're gonna get money, as soon as you're gonna get cash into your hands, on what you are gonna spend this money? Buying list. Okay, on what you're gonna spend this money on. So I wrote down a couple of things I would like to buy. And the thing is that if you are not gonna write down things from your mind to the paper, it's gonna be such a freaking chaos inside of your mind. Because as soon as I wrote it down, you know, think about it. Before I wrote it down, I was terrified from the fact that, bro, we gotta pay for, you know, I wanna hire a video editor, I gotta pay for him. I wanna hire a web designer, I need to pay him. I wanna buy a car, I need to save up money for that, or like spend money on that. I wanna go to Dubai, I need to spend money on that. I need 4, 3, like so many things floating around inside of your mind. But I freaking sit down. Tomorrow. And yesterday. I sat down yesterday, put my ass to my chair, alhamdulillah, and I said to myself, okay, things we wanna buy when we're gonna make money. Arabic classes, Chinese classes, some boxing or MMA classes, some give $2,000 to my mom, shorts editor, web designer, we want to buy a car, and we want to go to Dubai. So when I wrote it down, as you can see right here, I was expecting it to fill up the whole list, but then it turns out that it's just this fucking little. So you realize that these things, first of all, doesn't cost that much, because courses, language learning courses, and even your gym membership cost less than $50 a month. You know, car which I want to buy costs less or about $5,000, and it's just one-time payment. Dubai trip costs about $2,000 or $3,000, and it's just one-time payment. I don't need to spend every month money on it. Shorts editor and web designers, their salary is going to be about $100 to $200 every month. And I calculated, and it turns out that to fill up all my desires, crazy desires, like buying a car and flying to Dubai, including them, I need to make less than $20,000 in this whole freaking entire year, 2024, to sustain all my desires, like buying a car, flying to Dubai, hiring video editor and web designer. So I can basically sustain both my business and my own desires for less than $20,000. I mean, $20,000 is a good amount of money, but if you make $2,000 every month, $2,000 every month, you're gonna make $24,000, even more than you need. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? It's just, you know, devil whispering you into your ears that he wants you to be terrified. That's why. Because you are a man, first of all, and second, you are a slave of God. You don't want to be terrified. And things like this one, writing things down, what you want to buy. Write down your craziest ideas, like flying to another country, buying a house. Like, I don't think you want to buy a house in one freaking year of becoming a millionaire. That's why do not make a goal to buy a house which is $100,000, right? Make smaller goal to make $10,000 and save up and put it aside to then buy a house, right? Make goals which are realistic. Like, these goals right here are realistic, all right? I can imagine myself making $2,000 a month, and in the end of the year, I'm gonna make $24,000 a month, and which I'm gonna be able to spend to sustain all my desires. I can learn languages, I can train every day, I can go to another country, I can buy myself a freaking car, all under $20,000 in entire year. 12 months, which is crazy, alhamdulillah, which is crazy. Most of you guys out there do not make notes. That's why you don't know what you are doing and where you are going. Make notes. Same thing right here, content strategy. You see that? Plan what you want to do. Right now, maybe you don't have money. You know, even if you write down that you want to buy a house, you're not able to buy a house. I get it. Okay, my friend is calling me, and because it's already 10-15 minute video, peace.